Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shoot the J. Come on, man.
Yo, this is Saba.
Joseph Chilliams.
daedae Pivot.
It's Frsh Waters.
Your Squeak Pivot.
And I'm MFn Melo, and we're the Pivot Gang. We're taking over the Jyoty show on Rinse FM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shoot the J.
First of all, we're in an apartment in Bed-Stuy in New York. We're all very relaxed. There's non-sinful things happening behind me, around me. You are fed. We're relaxing. Maybe by the end of it, I could be the newest member of the gang. I'm just throwing that in there. So just would you?
There's a reason you're not sitting and you're laying. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't sit with us. It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh wow. Is he always okay? Is he always like this?
That's
Hey,
daedae.
hey, this is daedae.
That's daedae.
Okay. On tour, who's the most annoying person in the group?
I love all of my friends. None of my friends are annoying, or they wouldn't be my friends. I just want to clear that out. And tour is amazing. I've never had any quarrel. I've never been annoyed on tour.
What's the most annoying thing Saba does on tour?
I don't know. He's hella chill, honestly. I can't really think, like, he definitely not the first person I think of when it comes to being annoying. Who is? Oh, you know how I feel. Oh man.
We know, but they don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, I'm not no snitch.
He had to catch himself. Oh, he good.
I'm not no snitch. These are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the same household. You know what I'm saying? Same mom and dad.
Hey, first off, I'm just going to say this, only reason, you know what I'm saying, I might just get a little bit on everybody's nerves, because I got to make sure they stand on their feet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so this is about you?
Yeah.
It's about you? Okay, so let's get into it right away. What do you do then, love?
All right, so look, like if it's food spots, I try to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, if I tell them it's somewhere, it's even further than that.
Okay.
Hey, you need to go under you need to go lean on your own understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I need you to be.
Hold on. So you sent us off to get us to trust ourselves more?
Man,
Is that what you told us?
See, hey, tour life is all about growth. You doing a lot of things you don't do on a regular day to day. So it's like, hey, I just got to make sure that you know that
you are something else. You know that?
People that lie in the world. Hey, when it comes to the blunts,
Don't leave your blunt around him.
Don't leave them around me, because I never stole a blunt in my life. I just like to say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed. I would never smoke one weeds.
Never smoked weeds in my life. Let's talk about, actually, you already brought up the project name, so we might as well just get into it.
You can't sit with us.
Get that out of the way.
Damn,
Where did that come from?
Saba actually suggested it originally. I really like it because I think that if you look at the album cover, we're all dressed up. We all look all fancy. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit with us. But it's also for Mean Girls, which is a very, very big movie in Joe's life.
Mean Girls is one of the greatest movies to ever exist in the history of the world, right? Yep. And so my last EP was entirely based around the Mean Girls movie. And so this is just a follow-up to that. This is really just a follow-up to my other album. So yeah, once it was just me, and now it's all of us, and you can't sit with any of us, so
Yeah, right. I felt like looking at the album cover, you're able to really see.
The bullshit.
Looking at the album cover, you can really we're pretty damn fabulous on that cover. I'll tell you one
just
thing.
Big,
Yeah.
you can't sit
And
with
I've never felt more like a plastic
In a library?
than the. See, what was it actually? It's not a library.
it's a surgical museum.
surgical. Yeah, I guess
It's a museum of surgery. Yeah,
It was some intense vibes, but it had the, what I'm saying, it captured exactly what we was going for. So we got all dressed up and we took, you know what I'm saying?
and we blocked out all the white
What?
people faces.
Oh God.
Yeah, except daedae.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Who are some artists who could definitely sit with you?
Young Thug.
He can sit with you. He can't sit.
Oh, he can sit. I'll tell you one
Oh,
thing.
he can sit. Okay, whoa there.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Young Thug can sit wherever he wants. I'll tell you one thing.
Okay then. Say nothing. Okay, you going for the same vibe?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Beyonce, if you like to sit, we got space for you.
Only if she pull up with Solange though.
That's not true.
Beyonce, you can pull up Dolo.
Yeah.
All right, Solange
Beyonce
pull up
can
by herself then.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm trolling. Why am I trolling? What's going on? Like, it's like anytime I try to answer a serious question, I just turn. You know what I feel like? I feel like, yeah, man. You know, Coach is just, you know, I'm just Coach drawed out the play, and I'm just excited to get out there and help my team.
Kawhi Leonard.
You know what I'm saying? Help win, and that's just what we're here for. You know.
Rico Nasty,
Rico
you can
Nasty,
come
okay.
sit with us. Megan Thee Stallion, you feel me? You can come sit with
Hey,
us.
Kenny Beats, I feel like he could sit with us
Kenny.
personally. You can sit with us. I'm sorry I was so adamant about that before, but
Great guy.
I've
great
changed my
producer.
mind. You can sit with us now. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Monty Booker.
Yeah,
Can definitely.
Zero Fatigue
He
guys.
hasn't sat with us yet. You know?
Monty.
Yeah.
The baby. You can come sit. You
Are
can
we
come
just
sit
listing
next to
people that
Squeak.
we're fans of right now? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Obama.
Hey, look.
Yo, Will Smith can sit with me all the time. Yo, I will sit with Will Smith right now and have all kinds of discussions. Damn crazy.
Okay. What does success look like for all of you together? How do you define your success? It's easier to say for, I think, a solo artist to what their dreams are, what their perspectives are in their head. But when you become part of a bigger crew or a collective, success comes in different ways. So success comes in different matters to different people, different members. So if I ask you what success looks like for you together, I'm not giving you the microphone. Are you gonna give me a real answer? No, there's no Saba. You're lying to me. I'm gonna be complaining to Rory afterwards. I'll be like, you know how long I waited for this? You know how long I waited for this day, guys? We tried to make this happen a long time, and every time I be in a different country. So you're not getting away with this. You're gonna give me real answers.
I think we just met, you know. And, you know, I don't want you to be mad at me. I think we had an interesting start, and I feel like I'm still there, you know. It's like it started out like a comedy show almost, you know. We had a lot of laughs before this began, and I'm still there. But I'm coming back right now because you yelled at me. Just getting that album out was such a big deal for us because we've been working together since 2010, 2011, you know, a really long time. So getting that album out really clearly took some work to do, some time to do, some preparation, and getting that out and seeing the impact that that's already having in the last 4 days. It's like, you know, everybody pat yourself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Pat yourself on the back. That, you know what I'm saying? It did like 2 million plays already. And this is our first thing, you know? So yeah, to do that and it's not been a week, that's not easy to do, especially we all independent artists. Like, saying that to say, it's like we are already successful. I think now there are levels to success and how we, you know what I'm saying, what we want to do from here and everything. I think the thing about the pivot thing is like a lot of it's unspoken. Like we kind of just come together and we make music and then we just go into the world and it's easy. We did the whole album in like a week pretty much. So it's really easy to do that, and a lot of good things are coming from that. A lot of good things are about to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really answer what success looks like for like in my opinion, because it's like I see it like I don't really see it as being a thing that's limited by any idea of what success even is. I think success is like a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like and I feel very successful, and I only plan to feel more successful. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the first answer that comes to mind. Best song you guys have made.
We got in the studio last night, and we made some fire, and I feel like we are only getting better. I'm saying that with a really intent. We're only getting better. It's becoming a problem, honestly. It's becoming a problem. We dropped the album last week, and you asked me what the best song that we made is, and it's something that's not out because we're only getting better.
Yeah, I gotta agree, honestly. It's definitely something that's not on the album. So yeah, you don't even gotta worry about what the best song we made is, because we just got so much more. You know, Man's Not Hot, Fire in the Booth. It's like we locked in now. You know, we did a thing, and now we know that we can do this thing. So we're just gonna do it all the time now.
I love that. What's the worst song you guys have ever made? Worst song you can think of?
I don't know the exact words of how he's gonna say it, but he's probably gonna say, "We don't make bad songs."
That was your answer.
Yeah.
That was it. Look,
all our songs are good. Every song we make is the best song we
Recently,
make.
you actually never put out, or not even put out, but like recorded a song and then the next morning go, what was I
No,
thinking?
that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty nice, yeah.
Nah, I'll be honest. I have recorded songs that are bad.
Yeah.
Like, cause music is such a vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you make a song and you aiming for a vibe and then it's not the vibe that
there's
you
Yeah, it
some-
just sound like
create.
you're just trying things, experimenting.
Yeah, but there's some that
what
he'll-
you're getting out that experiment.
There's some that you'll say are bad that I'll convince you that are good, and then they'll come out and everyone will love them, which has happened.
List one example.
Yeah, and that's like with making a beat as
Which
well.
hasn't happened yet, but I'll tell you one. There's one.
Exactly.
We remade the whole beat, and he didn't really like this song. I don't think it's happened. There's one where me and Daoud didn't like the beat, and you convinced us that it was good, and then it came out. But there's one that hasn't come out yet that we have. Fire. I'll tell you one thing.
No, I think it's just a matter of like,
In the roof.
there are songs that are stronger, but I don't think they're bad. I think it's really hard to make a bad song with like a good team.
All individually, if I send you away to a deserted island and you can only bring one album to listen to for the rest of your life, so this has to be an album that you will never get sick of, what would the album be?
Mace Harlem World.
Really? Wow. No one's ever given
I
me
love
that
the
answer
I love
before.
the production on there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good answer.
I look at it from a productive, like from a producer standpoint. Like that's production on there is really tight, and it was Mason his glow. Like
Yeah.
I'll probably bring like somebody greatest hits.
That's not a cop out.
No, it's not a cop out. It's one album and I'm on an island forever.
That's like
The one
that's
you
like,
take forever.
It's like a bunch of albums though.
That's a bunch of songs.
It's one album, bruh. Chill out. I would bring Sade's greatest hits is what I would do, and I would feel great, and I would figure my way out to get back to wherever I needed to go is what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I would be nice and energized, and I would use that. Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Get
That's
out of
not
here,
an album.
bruh. You don't get to decide if it's a cop out.
Definitely
You
a
get to
cop-out.
decide if it's a
It's not an album. Maybe like OK Computer by Radiohead. Yeah, probably that.
See, there's like a few that I thought of, but there's no way I could. I was gonna say Flockavelli by Waka Flocka.
He wants to change his
But-
album now.
Well, I'm talking now.
Yeah.
So. I was gonna say Flockavelli by Waka Flocka, but I can't listen to like hard music like that forever.
The whole time.
So, yeah, like I think that I was trying to think of something that kind of like spans different levels of like it goes and then it sometimes and there's this album that's like a different kind of music that has some fast stuff and some slower stuff. That is maybe what I would bring. It's called Audio by Blue Man Group.
Okay.
I think that is my answer. I don't think anyone knows what that is.
Yeah,
That's
the Blue
doing
Man
them that
Group.
be
They
beating
do,
on the
like, all the
garbage
tours,
cans,
yeah.
right? Come on, man.
I don't think anyone knows what
No, we
that
watch Blue
specific
Man.
album is what
Yeah,
I really meant by
probably
that.
not,
Yeah.
No, okay.
But yeah.
I probably go greatest hits too. Michael Jackson. You feel me? Boy, you not okay.
Can I say something? I'm on your side because I think the hardest part of this question is there are not many albums that are from start to finish always what you want. So a greatest hits is actually never put out by the artist. It's usually their label that puts it out or the company that they fall under. So I would say personally greatest hit, but no, you don't have to. No. This is no.
I'm saying because you
that's
let it ride the first time. Now it's a cop out. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
I get what you're saying.
I had to say it's gonna be Bob Marley and the Wailers, Legend.
That would be amazing. And I thought of that, and I was like, I don't want to be fake because I don't listen to that album that much.
Yeah.
So it might be some songs that I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to spend my life with
so
like
that's
a new album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I did think of that. I'm like, that'll probably have your mind right.
I mean, I could wake up every
what I'm
day
saying?
and
It'll
just
have your
like
mind right, you know what I'm saying?
persevere, like, hey, I'm gonna make it off this island one day. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie Castaway. I'm gone. Like yeah, it's about that time.
Okay, so I thought about it a little more, and I would have to change it to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Damn.
Because
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Because-
You
you
just
better-
did all this.
because like just like how it's formulated as an album, it's just like the replay value on that is insane. Like every time you listen to it, how it's structured, the pace of it is just yeah. So yeah, it'll definitely be Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, definitely.
I'm still bringing my greatest hits, boy.
Can we talk about Chicago a little bit?
Let's talk about Chicago.
I mean, I was gonna talk about it anyways, but I just thought it'd be polite to just let you know.
Courtesy.
Yeah, let you know.
I mean, we
Let you
did.
know. I was letting you know what we're gonna talk about. It's always been clear that there's something in the water in Chicago. What do you think it is about Chicago? Because I just had a conversation saying that I feel like when I come to New York now, it was harder for me to think of who I wanted to interview because the pool was getting smaller. To my taste, that is. What do you think it is about Chicago and what's going on there and why it's so alive?
Everyone's just really true to what they like and what they want to do for us music and being comfortable with what they want to do.
Okay, so I feel like the answer is twofold. One, just in terms of influences, everyone from Chicago, like you don't know where the influences are from. They could be from like all over the world. Like it's like if I say, you know, I'm from LA or something, I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? It's like you already got that vast wealth of, you know, this is what the music sounds like there, you know, whereas Chicago is not as defined, you know, so we take influences from, you know, from the West Coast to, you know, down south, like the East, like all over the place. So if somebody from Chicago, you don't know off bat what they're gonna sound like, you know, so that's just like the advantage that you have, you know. Somebody was like, it's like expression is like when you're in the middle, you see everything, you know. So like we're just taking in all the styles and like, you know, building it. And also just the sense of community in Chicago. Like we all hella actually know each other and have been hearing our, like, sharing music with each other for like years now. So it's like you're not like, nobody's really isolated, you know. Like we all get to hear what, you know, so and so is working on, and they hear what we're working on. Like we push each other, and like we want to see everyone, you know, really doing it now. Because like it used to be really hard, you know. The notion of being from Chicago was you had to, you know, go to New York or LA. You had to leave to make it, you know. So now that people are paying attention to us, it's like we want to see everybody from Chicago go crazy, you know. So like everybody's rooting for each other. So I feel like the sense of community here and just the like huge amount of influences we take from everywhere just like adds to the fuel that we got burning here.
That was a great answer. I think one of the things, like, I feel like people just doing what they want to do, which I think is also kind of in Joe's answer, like just like the scene in Chicago, like, is just free. People experimenting, people doing what they want to do and being embraced and pushed to do that is one of the things, like from music to art to poetry, fashion, like people in Chicago are just different. And I think in addition to everything that everybody else said, I think Chicago's just climate in terms of people's actual well-being. Like Chicago is like, as beautiful of a place it is, it's also a terrible place. It's a terrible place. And a lot of people, young artists, have gone through these like very tragic and traumatic, situations that
and
a lot of other places.
It was like terrible. I would say it's just like where we grew up.
I would call it terrible.
And
There's like a lot.
I love Chicago. I love
Chicago
there's a
too.
lot
It's
But,
just
get out,
like
you know
you
what
feel
I'm
me.
saying?
What
but our experiences, I feel like some of the stuff that we talk about regularly, things that we had to go through. When you go to other places,
definitely, and
they
that's
just
where,
be looking at us like,
and that's where I feel like
Y'all had to
we're
do
like
this?
the young activists in our community talk about what we really don't talk.
But that's why the art that's coming out of Chicago is amazing.
Yeah.
Because all of this other stuff is going, like people young, 21, 18, 19, 24, like people young got profound like insight just because of the experiences that they had to go through. And it's people like speaking out. And I don't know, I think people in Chicago, like they just are forced to have to understand themselves emotionally at a younger age than in a lot of places. But it's like that in a lot of like rougher neighborhoods in the world. But I don't know, I think Chicago is just really different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
like you said,
the nerdiest people in Chicago, the hoodest people in Chicago. Like, I don't know, it's like it just really offers you like where you gotta be more than one thing.
As I was saying that throughout time, there's been a lot of amazing Chicago rap artists. Tell me your personal favorite one.
Pivot Gang.
I like the Shallites.
Chief Keef.
The Brat.
Ooh.
The Brat.
Go crazy.
Shout out to Brat. She was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she got a lot of recognition. She's also from the West Side. You know what I'm saying? So the Brat for sure.
I would personally have to say Twista, just because whenever I see him now, he challenges me to a dance battle. So I'm an undefeated dance champion, and Twista knows this now because I have danced in his direction while telling him I'm the undefeated dance champion on many occasions.
On many occasions.
And oh no, this is real. This is really a thing. Yeah. No, literally every time we see each other, he's like, "Yo, are you ready?" And he starts like moving his shoulders like this. Like,
I'm gonna go. Oh, you changing answers out here. Yeah, your answer was questionable.
I mean, the Shallites, they is like one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, groups that came out of Chicago.
You know the Shallites? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I came up with my grandparents, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to a lot of music, you know what I'm saying. I got an old soul.
What did you want to change it to?
Do or die. If we're gonna talk about the West Side, I just, you know what I'm saying.
He gonna do or die because you went Twisted. I see what you got going on.
They definitely was big and influential when I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying. They just made music with Twister that changed my perspective on like music in general. Like, yeah, that shit just made me like, oh damn, this shit got some style and some flavor.
My answer is Lupe Fiasco. What you mean changing the answer? This is my first answer. This is my first answer. This is my only answer. This is the correct answer. Lupe Fiasco, who was my favorite rapper for the cool, but Food and Liquor. Yeah, like any of them.
Do you understand how much I love Lupe? I have been so close up at Lupe concerts that I know that he has a vein in his neck that when he performs, it almost pops. Like, it's that mad. And he's always had that vein. And it's on his right side of his neck, actually.
Damn, you been there.
I've been there. A little bit lighter now, though. What was the most overrated thing all of last year?
I'm gonna say math.
Math?
Just
the
math.
subject?
Yeah.
The subject math?
Very overrated.
It's overrated. You don't like to know what 2
Every
plus 2
year
is?
is overrated, man. When did Trump win? Did Trump win last year?
You had him for a couple of years now.
That's bad. I don't like that. That's overrated.
Who's underrated?
Fem Dot is underrated.
Fem Dot.
Fem Dot definitely.
Yeah. Sin Morimoto.
Morimoto.
Do you know Sin Morimoto?
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
Kaina.
First of
He's-
all, the name Sin Morimoto is so cool. And that's just his name.
That's his real name.
That's his real
Factual.
name.
Factual.
Yeah. He's like my best friend. He's like the love of my life.
Oh my god.
And he just makes. I don't know. He can do anything with me.
Oh my god, chill
But,
out. Chill out. Chill.
But
Hey, you brought
he's
this
just-
out. All you had to do was leave it on what was overrated in last year.
This is
No,
what's
no,
happening.
no. Here we are.
He's just one of the most talented people.
You want to know what is very random? For some reason, when she asked who was underrated, I just really wanted to say Mekhi Phifer, and I don't know. I don't know why.
Hey,
I don't know what's making me want to say Mekhi. I'm not even like.
It's been a long time since Paid in Full, bro.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, he did Paid in Full. I'm like,
You know, Paid
he
in
was
Full was a
proof.
great movie.
He was proof in 8 Mile. I'm like, yeah, Mekhi Phifer is pretty underrated. Like. He's Paid in Full. The movie is just underrated. Cameron is underrated.
Cam definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cameron is underrated.
If I'm Genie and I can grant just one wish for Pivot Gang, what would it
One
be?
wish for Pivot Gang.
Mhm.
How do y'all feel? What do y'all
Say it from the heart.
What do y'all want right now?
Let's say it from the heart.
I don't know. I got everything I want in my life.
Right. It's pretty cool. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not often you come across people that you say you can have something, and that someone says, "I'm okay."
Well, see, you know, when the coach had told us to go out on the court, we've already been working so hard in the gym that it's like, you know.
I don't know. What did we get?
Ooh. I'll say.
Go ahead. We trust you. Wait.
No. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm gonna say. Okay. Like what we did in LA, for example. It would be nice to just have all the time that we wanted to, you know, schedule things, do, you know, what we wanted to in that time. Not have, you know, 1,000 obligations.
But
and
we
all that
could
stuff.
have that.
I mean, nothing that I would wish for would be something that I can't actually have.
Yeah.
You know?
But no, I'm just saying, like, in terms of, this is a genie wish. This isn't a regular wish.
Well, we was about to say nothing at all.
No,
we was
gotta-
totally fine with
we
nothing.
literally
so why
have to
not
say
just-
something. We would be the dumbest people ever to
I mean, it's a genie.
be able
wish.
to be granted anything and just be like, I'm good. Well,
Really, really, really awesome and large studio with every keyboard that I want, all the Juno and all the profits and all the
waste
Everything.
of a
You
genie
just
wish.
wasted a
Every day.
wish.
Waste of a wish.
You make your genie wish.
We can make that.
No. It's the pivot wish.
It's the pivot wish.
It's the pivot wish. It's not like an individual, and that's why it's so hard to do. I would consider that a
Fine.
waste of a wish because I say just give it a couple years.
No. Yeah. No. See, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about right now. You want if a genie wish right now? I don't got to give it a couple years anymore. I get it right now.
You can't use your genie wish to
See.
get something that you can get by
All right,
yourself.
genie wish. Give me like unlimited cranberry juice. Like damn. It would,
Hey, if I had a pivot genie wish, I wish that Walt was here to partake in all of this shit. That's all I
That
want.
mic had to get dropped. Yeah.
I just need my mans here.
That was unbelievably like cute.
That was on point.
Like yeah,
Definitely.
y'all niggas talking about keyboards and juice. Right, nigga, take something.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Solange knows.
Your first?
No. It was Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Hey, that's Angel Face, right? And the Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
I seen the movie with Joe. That's the first time I really crushed on a celebrity. I seen the movie. I was like, wow, she looks amazing. I wasn't a kid, bro. You don't remember this?
Oh damn.
I wasn't a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I was never a child.
Oh.
He came into the world a grown ass man.
Oh.
No, facts though. I ain't had them kind of feelings when I was a child because I wasn't a child.
Serena Williams.
Oh.
And then she got married, so we just separated.
Damn, crazy.
We talked about it before, but I just didn't think that, you know what I'm saying? I thought I could change, you know, I thought I can get better. I thought
You want to say something to Serena real quick?
I'm talking to her.
Oh, that's okay.
So,
Okay. You want to be her tennis ball?
I really wish that I could have done, you know what I'm saying, done it right the first time, because, you know, I wasn't listening, but, you know, I'm always here if you need me. You know, just one call away. My number ain't changed.
I think my first one, I had a few when I was younger. I remember them.
Oh, that's good. Go on.
I think my first one was J-Lo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
I forget what the next one
Understandable
was,
one.
but I remember a few. I think Scarlett Johansson was one of them or something.
okay.
Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
But I think the first one was J-Lo.
Yeah, me. It was also J-Lo. Definitely J-Lo, Beyonce, Angelina Jolie were just like.
No one had Megan Good in there?
Angelina Jolie. Damn crazy. That was the other one I forgot. Damn crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely my like holy trinity of everything I needed in life at the time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first celebrity crush that I feel like I had wasn't actually a celebrity. It was just some girl who was on TV all the time. Cause I was like 5 or 6, and she was on Zoom. And I was like in love with this girl. I mean,
that is a celebrity.
She was a celebrity to me for sure.
Kinda.
She looked like she was a little older than me at the time. Zoom, it's like a children's show. It comes on PBS Kids, and it was a dope show. Honestly, like if I have kids, I'm finding out how to introduce them to Zoom. I learned how to do a lot of things on Zoom. I learned that I wasn't supposed to stand in front of a microwave too. That was important. Stand in front of a microwave.
You're not supposed to do that.
Like in the 90s, it was like really like a cancerous like thing. Yeah, it was like scary.
But that's like actually a thing.
I don't know that it's still a thing, but I just don't do it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just, once it was in there when I was like 5.
I just didn't know that was like an actual thing. I always thought, something your grandma say, but like it might not be true.
Think of radiation. Yeah, think of radiation.
Your phone next to your what?
Really? I need you to tell me a bunch of things that I shouldn't do, because I'm doing all of them.
Yeah.
Really?
That,
I know that one.
Yeah, I knew that one.
That's the only one I know.
But that's just uncomfortable because the laptops, they heat up.
Yeah.
And then you got a hot lap.
Got the hot junk going on.
Hot junk.
Yeah.
Nobody wants hot junk.
Nobody want that.
Forever and always, Beyonce.
I'm going to have to go because they going Beyonce. Which also, I go Beyonce too. I'm not crazy.
I mean, I go Beyonce too.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
Because Beyonce, I feel like
I go Beyonce.
As a kid, Beyonce is one of the first people that you look at and you're like, oh, that's different than what everybody else in the world is. Like
that's a unicorn.
Right. Like that, there's something there. I don't know. I could be like 5 years old. Like I don't know what that is, but that's different, and I'm excited about that. But Rihanna, I remember when I was a kid and I first saw Rihanna, I was definitely like, I'm like, okay, this is where we're going. This is where the world is going. You know what I'm saying? Boom, and we're still here.
Hip hop is
Pivotal.
Chicago is
pretty cool.
Pivot Gang is
Worldwide.
Pretty cool.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for
thank
coming.
you
Thanks for letting us take over the show.
Thank you for sitting down with us.
Yep. And you guys are going to have to send me some music of the artists that you guys just mentioned so we can play it in the show. What were you going to say, Saba?
I was going to go like, Jyoty is
Satisfied.
Everybody can clap.
Hey.